Welcome to the Wealth Matters podcast, where investors come together to better understand how to build passive cash flow and create generational wealth without all the confusing mumbo-jumbo. Here's your host and co-author of Amazon #1 bestseller, Alpesh Pamar.
Welcome to Wealth Matters podcast. I am going to talk to someone who lives really close to me, as well as I met. He just told me that I met him exactly 5 years ago as of to this month. So it's amazing. And he lives about 5 miles from me. So it's pretty interesting. And he has been a well-renowned author, a multifamily syndicator, podcast host. He is none other than Vinney Chopra. So welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Alpesh. It's such a pleasure to be on your show. Congratulations on your successes and how you're bringing so much knowledge to everybody around you. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. And as I was telling you, I learned from, following people like you. You are far ahead in the game, not only in the experience age, as well as I had to call that out.
Age.
I had to
age
call
is
that
just
out.
A number. Age is just a number.
No, but overall, just how much you have achieved. At the time when a lot of people want to get out of the business, you continue to move on with a lot of success, and you continue to look at a lot of different opportunities. You are not tied in a box. When we met, you were only doing multifamily, and of course, we'll talk about you are doing a lot more than multifamily now, and we'll talk about that as well. Why? So welcome, sir.
Thank you, Alpesh. It's such a pleasure. Hopefully, I can give few nuggets, if I may. Yeah.
No, I know. I'm 100% sure you'll give a lot of nuggets. So I'm recommending everyone to listen to this episode a couple of times.
Thank you.
So first question I ask every guest is, tell us something interesting or funny about yourself.
Lots of things are very funny about me. My wife will tell,
Of course.
I'm a clown. I'm like a monkey. I'm like a little child. I'm telling you, I'll be 70 this year. She said,
wow,
69, but my enthusiasm and the way I speak so loud, she says, shh.
Yeah.
I'm the only person listening,
I have the same issue, by the way.
I just take it in good stride. I feel like my accent and everything, I have to be very clear, when I talk on the phone and things like that, especially if you are from India like me and you, we want to make sure we clarify and, get our points across.
Right. No,
but I'm a child at heart. I'm literally a child. I just smile too much, maybe way too much.
So that's why people call you a smile Chopra, right? So tell us, how did you get started in real estate?
Actually, we got married. My wife and I have been married 42 years this year. And we were in Ohio, state of Ohio, Bowling Green, Ohio, actually, when we got married. And my company moved me out west to open the whole region of West Coast. And she loved it. She says, oh my gosh, there were cockroaches in the apartment where we lived. She welcomed that change. So when we came here, my peer group, my friend circle were talking about real estate. I said, what? Real estate, what? Because we rented a townhouse in San Leandro, I think. Anyway,
oh, wow. Okay.
So that's when, I got a little bit interested. We bought a first home for $99,000 in Union City. Oh my gosh. It probably is worth $2 million now or something.
Can I buy the storage unit for that?
I know. I know for that, 99,000, nothing is possible. But then we moved to San Ramon and Danville, Blackhawk now in the country club. But the thing is, real estate has been in our mind for 40 years, almost 40 years. And we even invested in multifamily back in 1985 or 86 into Reno, 165 units. So multifamily, I had an encounter at that time as an LP. I was an LP, not GP. But then in 2005, we were buying a lot of single family homes, by the way, for all these years. 2005, it broke the bank. I said, we looked
Yes.
at the single family homes. We were not making the kind of cash flows we wanted
Yeah.
for kids' education and other
Right.
things and savings. So that's when I became a broker. I'm still a broker in California, but don't buy or sell anything. I just moved into commercial. That's when it happened for me. I bought a duplex. I still own that duplex, my wife and I, for 400 or so we get every month. It's paid off. But then I bought 14 units for $180,000.
No way.
So that's my start. That's my start.
And how did that 14 unit work out for you?
Worked out really well. 180,000 in that time. It was good money in 2007 or 8.
Right.
And Odessa, Texas, we sold it for 380. So we doubled.
Nice.
Yeah, we doubled it. And then we bought 109 units, then 120 units. Actually, that was a good one. What was it called? Cornerstone Village. And we gave our investors 40% IRR, 40
Wow.
per year.
That's crazy.
Those things are not possible anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah. Now
anymore.
it's now the cap rates have compressed so much, and there is so much competition. So yeah, no.
So true.
So when you bought the 14 unit and when you sold it, did you have to do any kind of rehab or any work, or it was just pretty easy to manage?
We did. It was like a U, one story only, 14 units. It was brick building, which was good, like a, U shape. And we were able to change the appliances. I remember some of the interiors slowly. And then when we sold it, I think we might have put 50,000 into it at the most, at that time. And then we sold for 380. So it was a good gain.
That's a good game. And also, I think I keep telling people that, you start at single family, then you buy small multifamily. Yeah. That's how you learn. And then you go bigger, right? Yeah. But exactly what you did, right? What was correct, because you went through the process. Now, you learn that, okay, going from 14 to 120 units, what does it take?
Yes.
And how to make it work, right? So that was great.
No, I agree with you, and then we also found the property management companies. I know a lot of people talk to me about them. You find the best of the best, but many times they don't deliver.
Right.
Sorry to say that.
Tell me about it.
Your audience might have. So then we started our own company, Alpesh. Okay. We had Ideal Management with my partner. Then now the new company, Moneil Investment and Moneil Management, is only 7-8 years old. We just opened it in 2014.
Yeah, I remember when we met, you said we just started about a couple years ago. So makes sense.
Yes.
And I like that, because you have vertically integrated operations now.
Right.
You're not relying on third-party property management companies. And I have invested with a couple other syndicators where they were relying on third-party, and both of those investments went south. So
really, they just spend money after money after money. At the end of the month, you say, where is the cash flow?
Right.
And so that's what challenges I had. And I saved millions of dollars literally in renegotiating the contracts with contractors and looking at every line item of expenses. Because when you have your own property management company, you're looking at increasing revenues and cutting down expenses in every front.
I agree. So one more thing, when I was talking to you, you mentioned about 3 tsunamis. What are the 3 tsunamis?
Oh, I'm so glad you said it. Alpesh, what I'm finding is, one is the millennial tsunami, in the word that there are so many millennials, such a large population now, 74 million.
Yes.
And they need to kind of leave their home, from their parents and all. And now with the diversification of the jobs and everything happening due to COVID, they are moving into B class or B minus or B plus housing, they can't really afford to own a place because they need a down payment and then, of course,
Right.
job to pay.
And
So
they like to
renting,
move around too, if I understand correctly,
exactly.
right? So they don't want to get
Portability,
tied down. Yeah.
you got it.
One
Portability
place.
is a big thing. So that's one tsunami. The other tsunami, which we usually don't talk about, is the immigration of
Yes,
the
migration.
people
Yeah.
coming from other countries. And that is consistent and it will stay there for USA to keep the population at 345 million or so.
Correct.
What we have, the birth rate is lower, but we need that immigrants coming in. So they also don't have jobs or they don't have, track record to purchase a property. So they will be needing rents also, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Rental
To start
places.
with, I
Now,
agree.
the
Yeah.
third one is the biggest of the
It's
biggest.
my favorite actually.
Yes, it is. It is. That's the silver
Silver.
tsunami. As you know, I turned 65 many moons ago. I'll be 70 this year. But the key thing is 10,000 baby boomers, that's before 65 age, they are turning 65 every night in
Night.
USA.
Yes.
10,000 new
A lot.
people are entering there. So there is a huge demand for next 30 to 40 years
Yes.
of the senior housing. And that senior housing can be also fragmented into 5 different sections. So
Yep.
I've been meaning to get into a new system. I've been chasing jobs like
Right.
everybody.
Right. All of us.
All of us, definitely. So I thought, I need to diversify. I need
Yes.
to go to this special place where there are no jobs. These are retirement communities and warmer climates and all that.
Yes.
So that's when 3 years back, 4 years back, I started looking into silver tsunami. Actually, it started in 2015, 16, by the way.
Oh,
So that's
wow.
about 6, 7 years
You
back.
are ahead of the curve.
Yeah, so that's what it is. I'm so excited right now for the whole decade because for the next 30 years, we cannot make enough housing for
Yes.
seniors, affordable housing, and also for assisted senior living.
Living. Yeah.
So there is on the left side choice driven, like the golf courses and
Yes. The
gated
nicest
communities,
place. Yeah.
condominiums, we are not in that at all.
Yeah.
55 plus or 65 plus
Right.
communities. In the middle section, it's assisted living and memory care
Memory
with
care.
dementia and all. That's the space I'm in with my partner. And then the last one on the right side is the nursing
Nursing
home,
homes.
rehab centers, hospitals. We are not in that
No,
either.
no. Yeah. So, no, I'm glad that you brought it up. We are building a large 148 bed facility in Iowa right now. We started
Oh, very good.
construction
Very good.
on the assisted living as well, and we are doing exact same. It has assisted living,
Yes.
memory care. Of course, we are not focused on the nursing homes or the other
Yes.
side. We want to
Yes.
take care of the seniors.
Beautiful. And there's such a great demand. Our brand is Hampton Manor. If
Okay,
anybody
nice.
wants to check us out, hamptonmanor.co is our website, or hampton-manor.com or something. We could only find those. But what we build actually is one story in our case, and they have 3 to 6 courtyards where the pavements are there, and we want the seniors, assist our seniors who are in the 75 to 100 years of age. We just celebrated 100 years of age of our one of the resident
Nice.
in Michigan. I just saw the posting on my partner put it over there. But the key thing is we have the spas, the salons, we have dining, restaurant style
Yes.
dining, 3 meals a day, cook to order, snacks. Then we have caregiving 24 hours, nurse. We have driver, transportation,
Yeah.
and then we have the library and the movie theater, all those things.
That's awesome.
In the same facility with the grand piano and all that. We just want to spoil the generation that has spoiled us. That's
no, I agree. And that's exactly what we are doing as well with my partners. They have constructed 4 properties already in Minnesota and Iowa market. This would be their 5th.
Excellent.
So I'm looking forward to it, and I want to continue to invest. I think it's a great way to give back to our seniors, as
Yes,
well as, of course, all of us want to make money, right?
totally. 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 No, you're so right about it. And again, it's kind of like you're giving dignity. That's the
Yes.
key thing. The respect, the dignity, the experience is the main thing.
Yeah, I like
In
that.
our case, we are actually from the developer side. We do capture rate studies. We buy the land, lock the land, then
Yep.
we go through ordinance changes, then
Yep.
we build it in 12 months or so, 9
Yeah.
to 12 months. Then we vertically integrate it to manage it also.
Oh,
So
very nice.
we manage ourselves.
Okay.
We start leasing,
Yeah.
the properties even before they are built fully. Like we have 29 deposits already for
Very
our
nice.
Punta Gorda, Florida project, which is going to open up 1st of March next month. We have 29 out of 88 units already, captured.
That's very
So,
nice.
yeah.
So that's Silver Tsunami. How are you preparing for the other two? You mentioned the millennial and the immigration.
Yes, yes, exactly. So actually, I've taken a little different outlook now. I have a 506c fund,
Oh, okay.
a diversified fund. And, in other words, my investors will be safeguarded because whatever 250 or 300 or 500 or 700, I have people putting $1 million now in that
Wow.
fund. But we are buying already built assisted living, which we
Okay.
have built. That's a great, great money maker. We are building assisted living also. We are also buying multifamily at a good cap rate and things like that. I just purchased in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh,
A
nice
great,
market.
great
Yeah.
nugget,
Yeah.
which has actually $800 rent difference.
Oh, wow.
$800. I
That's
cannot believe
huge.
it. And it's only $945 rent when I bought it. We increased $300 first month. Nobody left because
Nice.
the person who sold us that deal was that she renovated it fully renovated, took her 2.5 years, but she wanted to sell and make her profits. And then we came back, and we are increasing, the rub system. There was no
Oh,
rub system
nice.
in
Okay.
place,
Yeah.
and the cable and internet and everything. So, so I'm buying a multifamily also very
Okay.
selectively, and hotels
Oh, hotels. Okay.
Yeah. So my
So,
fund has 4 prongs, and I just am getting going with the storage units now. So I'm
yes, I
opening up
love
another
that too.
fund for storage units. Yeah.
Yeah, so I switched my focus from multifamily when I saw that there was just a lot of competition and the cap rates were compressing. So
Yes.
my focus is now senior housing, mobile home parks, and self storage. So I
I
love
love it.
all the
I
self
love
storage as well. But
Yes.
hotel is one another thing I was looking at it. So can you talk to us about hotel? Why hotel now? Is it because it's highly discounted, or there are other reasons?
Both. I mean, we bought this hotel. We lucked out, Hilton Garden Inn. My partner and I, we bought it in McAllen, Texas, which is the gateway from Mexico coming to
Correct. Yeah.
USA.
And I think it's
And
the
luckily,
energy
we
capital
bought
too,
it
right?
December 2019. But then the medical staff and doctors of that town chose our Hilton Garden Inn to live in COVID. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
That was a blessing for us.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
our occupancy went to 67, 87%. It increased value from 6 million to 12 million. Oh my
Very
gosh.
nice. Very
During
nice.
COVID, and we just sold it for 11,850,000 just
Oh,
3 weeks
wow.
back. It's going through due diligence and
That's
everything,
amazing. Yeah.
which is amazing. So I love hotels because it's active income. It's
Yes.
like apartment room, actually,
Yes. Yeah. It's
that you can increase the rent. There are 4 or 5
depending
tiers
on
of,
the peak time and all.
you
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. It's
You
just
got
that,
it.
and timing was good because I know a lot of people and who ended up buying hotel in last year or two as
Yes.
well, just so they saw the discount.
Yeah.
I had a friend as well, also have a friend who has a motel, and he was able to convert it to COVID
Oh,
as
great.
well, COVID
Yes.
related housing back in Michigan. And he
Okay.
said his same thing, his occupancy increased and he did better. And
Oh,
on top of that, he got the PPP money.
exactly. You're so right. We got it too.
It's free money. Yeah, he told me he got paid 250,000 for free for given.
I know.
Another friend of mine, he got over 2 million because he had six
Wow.
hotels,
Oh,
Marriott and
wow.
all, six hotels. So he
Mm.
said he got 2 million and all forgiven.
Oh, oh my gosh. That's amazing.
so
I know.
so anyone, I think it's a good resilient story. When I hear about it, it's not for free they got the money, because
Yes.
they were resilient. They
Yeah.
did not close the shops, right? So
Sure.
any restaurant or hotel, whoever was struggling and they decided to close the shop right away, they didn't
Yeah.
wait, right? They didn't try to think out of the box like you did, that, oh, COVID time, doctors can stay here, right? You had to think out of the box. If you survived, government was there to help you.
So true, so true. And no, we are very much looking at mid-tier hotels.
Yes.
That's what Marriott's, Courtyards,
Yep.
Best Westerns. I know we are looking at
Yeah.
one right now. We are looking, in good locations. And I really would like to buy more hotels also because it's a great business.
Yes.
It is a good one.
So let me throw you a curveball. So
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
sure.
Which markets are you looking at, and are those markets different for hotels, to senior housing, to self-storage, or are they
Excellent,
the same
excellent. I'm
markets?
so glad you are asking me that. Now, self-storage, more and more research I'm doing. One of my students, you might know him too, Gaurav. I really give
Oh, yes,
accolade
I know. I
to
met him. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Gaurav got 4 storage units last year. 2 in
Nice.
the Dallas area and 2 in the St. Louis area, I think. And they have doubled in NOI. Wow. In just
Very
1
nice.
year, doubled. So I'm very proud of him. And he just gave a presentation, me and Anshu, and we are looking into, putting a partnership together so that we could do $100 million fund for storage units. But the other part is, in every 3-mile radius, any zip code, you could just go to Google and you say storage units or self-storage units and put the zip code. You'll be amazing how many storage units are there.
Right.
You won't even know about it.
Yep.
So there is a pent-up demand and it will be there for
Okay.
good, because 2 out of 4 families or 5 or 6 families, they need storage because
Yes.
we love to buy things.
We Americans love to accumulate. We don't want to give up, right?
No,
Once you buy it, you don't want to give away. Yeah, I look at my garage and I keep complaining to myself that why did I buy all
Yes.
this?
So no, that is big on my books. Of course, so many tertiary markets, I call it, right?
Okay.
Tertiary markets are improving a lot. Like Northern Kentucky, for example, some of my students from Academy just closed the deals and they are looking at more deals and more deals because Cincinnati is expanding into Kentucky.
Oh,
and Amazon
okay.
is
Yeah,
coming.
because I know Cincinnati shares border right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And, I believe big time in Tennessee's now, in the Knoxville and Nashville area,
Oh,
of course.
my God.
Then, of course, Florida is there. Florida is pretty gone up, but there are still deals to be found, in the northern side of Florida. I like that area. North Carolina, South Carolina, Salt Lake City, I like it.
Oh, yes.
Arizona is kind of gone very high. I mean, C class for 289 a unit or something, but I found out. But again, there are pockets of these where things can be gotten, So I would say definitely don't stay out of the ball game, because how would you get them, right?
Right.
But lots of my followers and yours are trying to get going, right? So
Yes.
they are looking at a 10, 15, 20, 50 units.
Right.
And that is the mom and pop side. So it's good to go to property management companies in the areas that you want to look for, and then start building relationship.
Yes.
Because property management companies know who's in trouble, where there was a death, or there is divorce is happening,
Right.
or they don't have money to do the capex, all those things. So that's a good trick. The other one is you could really work with the brokers who specialize in the lower units. Don't go to the 200, 300 unit. You will be blown out,
Correct.
Yeah.
No, those are some of the golden nuggets right there. One,
That's
it's very
right.
important to building that relationship with the property management company. It's
It
not
is.
only, yeah, not only you will know about the area, you will get to know them and in case you end up buying there, you already had a relationship,
Exactly.
right? So
It's
it
so
makes so
wonderful.
much sense.
So wonderful. And, to get the reports on the economic,
Oh,
reports, by the
yes.
way, there are so many places you could go. I love Google. I would love to share a little
Yes.
nugget. I put down, the city's name, whatever it is, city, Florida or Tennessee, then economic growth,
Okay.
okay, 2022. What?
Ah, I
Just
see.
say that
That's it.
the Google search is going to do the work
Yeah.
for you. It's going to crawl through all these sites and
Yep.
give you right out there. And then you look at where are the studies done, when they were done, get to the closest to today's date, of course. And you could even do like economic apartment, economic growth or job growth 2022. And then you say PDF right next to it, space PDF. It will look for the PDF
Yes.
documents some people have put together or
Yeah.
change PDF to PPT.
Yep.
That's
And then
PowerPoint.
voila, and you have now ready-made PPT.
Yes, yes. So it will crawl through everybody's computer and then find you these documents somebody prepared, for that city or area or zip code. So it's always great to use, Google very much. And then also the big, broker houses, you could look for the OMs, operating
Yes. Yeah,
memorandums,
I do that all the time.
all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah. They give
Because
so
it's
many reports and
and it has
all.
so much detail. They already put a lot of work. They look at
Yes.
CoStar. They get
Yes.
a lot of data from CoStar and all. So you don't have to pay
Totally.
for it.
Totally. Totally.
So one burning question I have, and a lot of my listeners will have, a lot of these people, and including us, when we started, are single family investors, right?
Yes.
And we have seen what happened in last 2 years. The
Oh,
burning question is, do you think are we ready for a correction in the single family market? Or what do you think is this going to continue?
I'm so glad you're saying that. Gosh, I always say that correction has to come, has to
Yes,
come.
me too. I
Okay?
can't wait.
Even in the stock market, look what we are
It's
going through. In the last
everything.
week or so, or 10 days, man, there has been a downward trend,
Yeah,
about 22% drop in
yeah,
some
yeah.
stocks and all. But you're right, it's the affordability, right? I think we saw increase in the Bay Area, at least, like where I
Yeah.
am in Blackhawk Country Club.
Great.
My house went up by 1,400,000. I just
Yes.
bought it in 2019, by the way.
Oh,
Anyway,
wow.
but the thing is, it's the buying power. So what happened is because of the not dot, I should say IT and other buying power, and also giving the
Also the
fact that people don't have to go to offices
right, and the
in San
money printing.
Francisco.
And the
People
money printing.
moved out into the suburbs,
Correct.
and they have buying power, so that increased the price. So there will be correction. I don't know how big a correction, Alpage. That's your guess or my guess.
Yes,
I
yeah. No
always
one has
say
crystal
10,
ball.
12% is very
I
nominal.
think that would be very normal because
Yeah.
just since COVID, as exactly in 2 years, at least in the Bay Area, what we have
Yeah.
seen,
Yeah.
the properties have went up by 25 to 40%.
Yes. Yeah.
So 10 to, I would say even 25% wouldn't be a big drop considering how it went
You're
in
so
last couple
right.
of years.
I
But
know. I always say
let's
that everything that goes up, it
has
goes
to go
down.
down and go back up, right? No, this was great. Thank you so much. Let's take a quick break. And after the break, we'll go through the same questions I ask every guest.
You're listening to the Wealth Matters Podcast.
The Wealth Matters Podcast.
For more info about what we do, check us out at wealthmatters.com. It's wealth, WEALTH, matters, MATRS.com.
Welcome back to Wealth Matters Podcast. Mr. Vinney Chopra shared a lot of golden nuggets. I highly recommend you guys go through and listen to the episode once again. Vinney, sir, are you ready for fire round?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Ever ready.
Okay. Would you be changing any business or investment strategy after this pandemic is over?
Good point. Very good point. I would say we have taken very good precautions of, adhering to the CDC rules and everything in our property management side of the business, and also on the assisted living side management business, right? I would say because of what the demands are, which are calling for apartment rental, number of units, and shortage of housing permits and everything. So assisted senior living and memory care, which is our quite a bit thrust of the thing, and hotels, I'm going to really be diversifying in that, and only keep eyes for multifamily already built, very, very conservative underwriting, because C's and B's and A class have kind of compressed, as you know.
Yes.
The cap rates have so much compressed.
That's
So we are
huge.
looking for B plus A minus now, no lower than that.
Nice, nice. Favorite real estate or finance or any other related book?
Oh my gosh. I mean, my book, oh no, that's the apartment syndication made easy. But, everybody's read the purple book, I say,
Yes.
which is great. I know there is a cash flow quadrants, I think it's
That's
called.
the best book. That's
Isn't it? I
it's not the
loved it.
Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's the Cash Flow Quadrant.
I loved it.
Robert
Loved it.
Kiyosaki's best book. Yes.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
agree.
Yes. There are so many others, by the
Yes.
way, really, because, there are so many great authors who have done very well. Yeah.
Any tool or website you recommend or you cannot live without?
Oh my gosh, I would love to share many. Most of you all probably know, of course, Active Campaign is best of the best to do the funnels and everything and automations. And of course, we use MailChimp also,
Yes.
which is for our investors side. And we use Appfolio,
Yes.
for our investor relations. And that has
Property
been very,
management.
very nicely for us. And other thing I use is the Sign Easy.
Oh,
I don't like to print
DocuSign,
any
yes.
documents whatsoever if I can not do it. And I sign in blue ink, through that app. I would say Dropbox Business is amazing again, where you could look at anything and everything all over the world, and you could send files and all that. I use my CRM in my iPhone. People might ask you why, because I feel when I'm talking to somebody, this is the only tool I have in front of me. So I write a lot of notes. I copy paste actually from my email very quickly, or the bios and things like that from, wherever I came across about some contact. And I even take notes and write dates right there in this CRM. So my iPhone CRM is the best of the best, because it's so easy and it refreshes my mind. Like when I met you, I just kind of Googled looked into my thing, and I found you, and I met 5 years back on February 23rd.
Yeah, that's crazy. And by the way, we are recording this on February 3rd. So that's
Look
crazy.
at that, 2022. Yeah.
This is an important question I ask every guest. Any advice for beginner investors?
I have really great advice, and that is, please don't overthink. Don't overthink, and don't overanalyze anything. You have the potential to get started and get going right away. Just move the needle, I call it, right? Make a decision. It's not if the decision is right or wrong. It's what we do with the decision after we make it. That's what counts. It's the activity, daily activity, goal setting, and making sure you are educated properly so that you can move faster. Don't take a slow path is the word I would say, because we get discouraged. I mean, we get so much life comes on the way. We just don't have time. We want time to spend with our spouse, our family, our kids, our job, W2 job. So you do need, to really make a decision and jump into, go for 4plex, 8plex, 12plex, 16plex. You'll be surprised how well you will, like it and everything, and you will scale up fast. And then the syndication world is the best world ever, just like you have done it with raising money from your family, friends. They will give you so many thanks, because you will be able to put their money to great use and give them nice returns.
That's awesome. How do you give back?
We give back in many, many ways. Of course, my teachings and my free materials all over. And I have full-time VAs now. When I get up, I don't do nothing. They are interacting with people and everything as me. They're posting all those things. But the other thing is the charities. We did charity water fundraiser. I think we raised $20,000 or so last year. We are building schools. We are giving to different orphanages. And, we have so many foster parents, adoptions. So we have foundations, my wife and I, that we like to give charities, to the less like that. And the good part is that there's so much out there that, we should really help out our mankind.
I agree. That's amazing. How can my listeners reach out to you?
Oh, it's very easy. As a matter of fact, VinneyChopra.com is my website. V as in Victor, INNEY, Chopra, CHOPRA.com. Chopra like Deepak Chopra, no relatives or anything. Or Priyanka Chopra, remember?
Yeah, I think this generation, millennial generation, will know more about Priyanka Chopra than
Priyanka
Dr. Chopra.
Wife of Nick Jonas, right?
Nick Jonas, yes.
But then I would love your audience to get my book for free. If they can go to Vinney Chopra /free book. Okay. That's all. Vinney Chopra .com/free book. And that's my, the syndication book. We would love to give them, ebook that can really, really enjoy. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vinney, sir. I had a lot of, fun interviewing you, and as always you are smiling, so it was more fun than usual.
Thank you. God bless you, Alpesh. So nice to spend this time, and look forward to seeing you soon. And you take care, and let's make it happen today, guys. Let's make it happen.
Yep. I like that. Let's make it happen. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening to the Wealth Matters podcast. If you enjoyed it, please leave us a 5-star rating on iTunes so others can enjoy the show too. Have a great week and happy investing!